It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Talk to me Tuesday.
I'm a little upset today.
Of course you are. Why?
Because the Mets were winning 4-0 in the 8th inning, and they lost 3 players.
Today?
Yesterday, last night. And we lost the game 5-4. How the hell does that happen?
How'd they lose 3
A
players?
lot of stress over here.
Well, it's a good thing
It
we
was
got our
4-0.
guest today.
The pitchers got hurt.
Oh.
So they brought in the B team, and they lost. And I felt my stress level so high that I went to bed.
Do you know
Then I couldn't
people's
sleep.
stress levels are so high right now coming out of the pandemic, they cannot even figure it out. Headaches, all-time high. People have headaches for
Migraine.
1-2 years. Migraines.
I don't understand.
Big-
How can you lose a game like that? And how are we supposed to endure watching something like that?
It's a whole other side of the coin.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
It's like watching you and you freak out and you stomp your foot and you start doing the
Stomp my
wiggle
foot.
dance.
I got things going on. I'm all over the place today. I'm like here instead of here. I know.
I love the way you decided to close the cart with your nails and your...
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
You
All
just
had to
gotta
do
show
was
a little bit
close it.
more force.
If you got out the way, I would have done it, but you
I
don't-
didn't want you to get hurt though.
You see, this is such
We
a
worry
thing.
about you,
How
Dad.
can you worry about... I know how to close a freaking table.
I worry about you. You're leaning over. You're bending over. You know, you just had a birthday.
Leaning over.
I worry about
What is
you.
wrong with you? You're telling the world that I shouldn't lean over, bend over. I'm hanging the art. Did you see the new
I
dolls
love
that
the new art that we've got. I don't know if all the doctors got to see it today, but these all are coming from a new artist we have in the studio, Stephanie Jaffe. We've got Nerds Rule the World. That I think is my favorite. S&M, which is the M&M dolls and some risque costumes. We've got the Jolly Rancher Man and Sugar Babies. And then
And
we've
then we
got
have
two more
another
in
one.
this, two more in the
Three
Three
Musketeers.
Musketeers, and then a single Sugar Baby.
And it's funny because I'm hitting the hammer with the nail, right? So, because I had to hang them. So every time the hammer hits the nail, she goes,
So I keep waiting for something else to fall off the wall on the other side.
and I'm
'cause of your
looking at
bang.
her going, what is she doing? Because she's afraid I'm going to hit my finger. I know how to handle a hammer.
I know. I just worry about you. Isn't that crazy?
There is something seriously wrong with you.
I worry a lot. I just have to clear this worry. I'm glad that I've got my energy healers in the house today to help me relax.
But you worry about everything.
Everything. It's like just a little bubble, a little wrinkle, and I will make it look. And Dr. Dan's like, oh gosh, a little mountain out of this little wrinkle.
Now I got to tell you, the cleaning agent, the glass, I have to take it to clean my car windows.
Did you like it?
What?
Dad.
You have your flash on.
Dad.
This is how she drives me nuts. This is, you know what this is? This is the stress indicator, the blood pressure. This is the dawn light indicator. It's funny, you couldn't be a little more discreet. Right?
Dad.
You couldn't go like, wow.
You're like,
You
Dad.
see what you did?
I know.
You see what you
I got
did?
everyone turned upside
You
down.
got everybody crazy.
Friday in the car, we were
Craziness.
driving back from Miami, and Sabrina says, you remind me so much of my dad.
Sabrina's nuts. Who listens to Sabrina?
But you're like Dad.
So this morning, I put on music, very loud. You can hear it across the street. And they come in here, and they start lowering my music. I said, no. So Slick says he was going to stop the music. I said, who told you to stop my music? And you let it finish. Because music unfinished means something is left undone, right? So I said, you got to chill out. So they got so afraid, Doc, that they wouldn't lower the music. You saw how loud the music was?
They're all sitting in this dark theater this morning waiting to see if it's okay to move.
I wanted to see how long I could make this last. But
Bailey
did you
came in
notice?
dancing.
Bailey came in dancing. She's still dancing, and it lowers your stress levels.
I know I'm ready to take a nap now.
Not that low. Watch, you're going to turn my light on anyway. All right, so what are you cooking today? What do we got in here
We
today?
got a great show lined up for you today. For everyone today, we've got Dr. Dan is back in the house. It's been a long
years.
time. It's been since before the. It's been 2 years, right? But
COVID
I love
was 2 years. You weren't here in COVID.
right before
Actually,
maybe.
right after it started.
She was with us, and of course, when we're talking energy healing, we've got Dr. THC in the house. I tried to align everyone on what we're going to talk about: energy healing, stress relief. You know how I always tell you that I'm hanging out with you so long that I forget names now and I forget certain
Wow.
things.
Instead of saying something positive, you're with me and you're forgetting names. That's called older age.
But apparently it's not.
Not for the
Apparently
age.
this is on the rise. There is an epidemic of people, their memory skills are not as sharp as they were because everyone was inside. Even if you weren't inside home, your amount of affiliation with people and relationships have lessened. So your brain capacity and you're challenging your
And
mind.
she's doing it again.
No, not you, but everyone has
This
lessons. So
giant
when
funnel.
you were on Zoom, everyone's on Zoom, and everyone's name is under the box, like Hollywood Squares, right? You don't have to think. There's no recall because Dr. Dan's name is there, or Dr. Hillary's name, or Freddie's name. It's right there in front of you. No thinking skills. You don't have to think off the cuff because you can have papers in front of you. Nobody knows.
And that's why we should continue challenging ourselves to learn and
Exactly.
read and engage and do things, even if it might be a little bit harder.
And breathe.
And breathe
I cannot remember names.
and dance.
For the
and
last
move.
40 years. When I was coaching, I couldn't
personal
remember people's
problem.
names. So my professor at NYU, I called him Sanchez. His name was Rodriguez. So I said, oh, I'm sorry, but what difference does it make? And he gave me a 20-minute lecture on how important it was to remember people's names. I can't. I try, like, I can't. Yes, you better shut up, because I'll turn my light on you. Shut up. I know
There's
where
no
you're
such
going.
thing as can't.
Thank you. You have
Well,
to rechange
Did I get that for Dawn?
that mindset of I can, I just need to
I
work
try.
harder
Doc,
at it.
I try. Even the kids in here, I give them nicknames because I can associate with nicknames. It's my short-term memory. My long-term, I could tell you stories from 50 years ago right to the detail.
We have a new intern that came in yesterday. His name is Edward. And I'm like, all right, just know you're going to end up with a nickname by Friday because he's never going to remember your name. So he says, my nickname's Trey. I go, Freddie, his nickname's Trey, but his name is Edward. He says, forget it. I am never, like, not Ed, not Eddie, Trey.
So
I don't know.
So I ended up giving the name mixed up. 'Cause he's all mixed up. He's all confused. He's all mixed up.
Today is National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day, everybody. When was the last time you had a grilled cheese sandwich?
About a week ago.
Really? It's been a long, I can't remember.
Now, have you seen on Facebook the way they show you how to make the best grilled cheese sandwich in the history of mankind?
On the reels, butter.
Here's my issue with grilled cheese sandwiches. Where's the protein?
And they don't fill you up, right? One
What
is
is
never
the
enough.
nutritional value? I feel like it's another form of macaroni and cheese.
It is.
It's like, what's the
Nutritional
nutritional value of? I mean, I try. I'm not great. I try.
You ever, okay, let me ask you a question. You ever have a little something happen to you and you go to the Haagen-Dazs and you eat it right out of the carton?
Yes.
How about it's Tuesday, and I
you've
want
done
to
it,
eat
right?
Haagen-Dazs out of the carton?
But you've done it, right?
Of course.
So where's the nutritional value to that?
It's
None.
full of calcium.
Sometimes you got to eat something that makes you feel good.
Oh,
like comfort food.
Have you ever had a frozen banana dipped in chocolate?
Yes, I have. I used
They-
to make them.
They sell them
I
at
make
gas
them.
stations.
I'm at the gas station. That's
the-
it. Keep eating gas station.
We've
food.
got Dr. THC in the house. You know, your Super Bowl is next week. You're a week early.
Yes, I am. But yeah, sometimes you have to go get gas in the morning before you go places, and then you're like greeted with the chocolate banana. Sometimes it has sprinkles on it, and it's like,
It's the story of
It
my
walks
life.
out
why
to your
can't you
car.
have an amazing morning? if
Story
it's
of my life. I was
starts with
always
a-
been greeted by a chocolate banana. I'm gonna put the light on, huh? Now, I gotta tell you, you did a show last Tuesday, and I wanted to be the first to congratulate you. That show had over 3,000 hits and listeners and everything.
Woo!
You did a real nice job on that show that we had last Tuesday. We were over there last-
Congratulations.
Monday, I think it was, yes.
Was it Tuesday day or
It was
Tuesday
Monday night at the
It was
radio
Monday
It was
station.
Monday night. Friday.
Dr. Dan, do you see and you think? And I was trying just to go along with it that it was Tuesday till she actually asked you
And
when.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I was here Tuesday. I think it was Monday. I was here like all day. But
Well, Monday night is Tuesday morning in
somewhere.
China.
Right. It's Tuesday morning.
That's
somewhere.
right. In China, you were very, very well received.
Thank you.
Okay.
But you did a nice job. I just wanted to congratulate
Thank you.
Because I don't think we say congratulations enough, right? We always condemn
Yes.
people or criticize, but we don't say something
Yes.
nice enough.
It's a win. Absolutely. I hope people
Absolutely.
enjoyed it.
So that was a nice show.
I
The
did.
show was Monday.
The show was Monday.
You know, payback. Just gotta tell you.
You saw the feedback on Tuesday. That's what confused you.
Oh, that's what happened. You see, she throws a life preserver.
It was a nice show you did with Sandy.
I had a great time.
Have you talked to her?
We've chatted.
Oh, good. Nice job.
Yes.
Very
thank
nice
you.
job.
Thank you.
All right, so
Tell
we're
me
going
about
to,
it after show.
Sure.
I want to hear it.
Absolutely.
We've got both docs in the house. We're going to talk about stress relief, some exercises, reduce your stress, see what Dr. Dan's been up to. I'm glad she's kept me in the loop on her newsletters because you've got some new exciting research you've been doing. Everything on energy, healing, and a lot of new things coming out.
Yes, I have been spending a lot of time on how to, I call it dummify Chinese medicine, like a Chinese medicine for dummies.
Really?
Because think about Chinese medicine has such a long history, and a lot of times the theory is so deep, even the professionals don't really understand it. And there's a place for the average people day to day. We can use it. We can all benefit from it. So
Now you-
that's one thing I've been working on.
Now, you notice that she said Chinese medicine for dummies. She looked right at me.
No.
Yeah.
It's for people understanding the other side of medicine. It's a lot of what we talked about last week
No, she looked
at
at,
the
me.
conference.
She said, dummy, learn.
No.
Yes.
Don't
say
take
no.
She would
things
never.
personally, Freddie. It's not
I have
all
to.
about you.
That is a new, I've been
She
saying,
said,
what? What she said?
she's singing into the mic.
I did say it into the mic. I said, don't take things personally. It's not all about you.
I didn't say
She
it was
was
about
just
me.
looking in that direction.
No, she was looking right at me. I saw her eyeballs. It said dummy, and she emphasized the D in dummy.
I
So that's-
think Dr. Dan is so
Slick, don't be
kind
laughing,
and
Slick.
loving that would never happen.
I think this is going to be a great show and talking about bringing it down to
I
basics.
think this is a great coaching session to reduce stress. When you
I'm
don't
going to
take
open
things
up the couch, 'cause
personally,
I can see it's
then-
coming already.
Yes, it's one of the agreements, one of the 4 agreements.
Don't take things personally.
Don't they take things personally?
It's really funny because I really don't.
I do.
I
I
know,
take
which is
everything
why-
personally.
Which is why I can kind of have that conversation.
Yeah, I
know
don't
you
take
don't.
nothing personally. You don't like the way I smell? Use the other
Life
nostril.
is a lot easier when you don't take things personally.
Well,
right.
I take everything personally, which increases my stress level because I'm trying to always be a people pleaser. And I'm trying to make the world a happy place.
Does
and if they're
Sigmund
not
Freud
happy,
know about you?
and if they're not happy, I take in all of their worries, as you see, so they can be happy because I don't want anyone to be unhappy.
Why would you? That's a whole lot of stress.
We have to talk.
Hence my shoulder
I think
situation.
you should have like a private session with the 2 ladies in the room and lock yourself up until Tuesday.
But at least I know what I do. It's not as if I'm in denial. I'm accountable for it.
But do other people appreciate what you do?
No. Nor do they know what I do.
Or does it potentially annoy other people?
I don't think they even know. I think they come to me, they release what it is, and I absorb it. And I do.
And
We
then
all-
how do you take care
And
of
then
it?
Freddie
we
suffers
we
from it.
all pay the price for it, Doc. All of us.
I'm telling the truth.
And it's funny because the kids then they do whatever Dawn says. They say put that painting upside down. They do it. They don't even ask questions. And I start to laugh because she's on a rampage.
She's a fixer.
I'm a cleaner, so I feel like sometimes I just clean up things.
My mug is definitely yours.
Yes.
I
And
purposely gave you that much.
so I just want to encourage you to find sparkly things that make you happy.
Absolutely. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to reduce stress, find the
Yes.
sparkling things that make you happy, exercises to relieve stress, talk to Dr. THC on energy clearing, but first we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Talk to Me Tuesday. Tell us what your stresses are and how we can
What's
help
the phone
relieve that.
number?
888-994-4995, Studio A. Say hi to our crew on the board. We've got Sarah, we've got Alyssa, we've got Slick Running Chair, and we've got Bailey here working on a new business. So if you need anything animated, you need logos created, we've got some crew here that are freshly right out of school, and they can help you take your business to the next level.
Websites and landing pages also inclusive.
All right, stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard & Cattell Attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard & Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Lady Ashley and this is my husband, Big John.
The muscle behind the hustle.
We are the creators of this very unique party planning business, Lady Ashley Party Planning. We are known for all the details. We specialize in gorgeous balloon decor, floral displays, and handle all of your party planning needs from A to Z.
Please feel free to visit our website at ladyashleypartyplanning.com. Our email is abpartyplanning@yahoo.com, and our phone number is 561-542-2296.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth. Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Welcome to Sunshine Senior Solutions, a trusted medical supply company that puts patients first, offering quality home medical equipment and supplies. Sunshine Senior Solutions is here to help simplify the lives of patients, caregivers, and their families. From canes and crutches to diabetic glucose monitors, your health, safety, and comfort is our #1 priority. Call or visit our website, Sunshine Senior Solutions, bringing the heart back to healthcare.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're one funny guy, you know that? You're just full of laughs. Full of laughs. Welcome back to the show. I want to say that this portion of the show is brought to you by our merch store. Now you see a little merchy? I'm filling these with coffee because we're going to be taking coffee on the road to stores.
I've not heard back from them yet.
I think I'm going to have, I know you haven't. I think I'm going to take 3 of them out to different stores. The other thing I'm excited to announce is that we will be in Boston starting Monday, 11 o'clock on WCAP, 980 AM.
Syndicated in Boston.
Syndicated.
Physically, we're going to be here on Monday, but our show will be airing in Boston.
That's why my English is never really sexy and hers is better.
Everyone's going to say, I thought you guys were in Boston. We will be in Boston, syndicated from here.
That's right. So we will see you in Boston 11 o'clock on Monday's show, which I'm really excited about because it's one of those bucket list things.
More to come.
Just to resolve my pressure, my stress.
So let's take this over. Let's say hi to Dr. Dan, who is back after a couple years. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Slick, I think her mic fell. And there he comes running out. She got it?
You have to tighten. No, it's falling. You got to tighten it or move it
What
down.
have you been doing for the past few years? You've been doing. Last time we saw you, you were working with veterans. You were doing some research.
I am still working with the veterans, and so some big things happened in my personal life. I got married.
Congratulations.
My condolences.
Thank you. Actually, my anniversary this weekend is coming right up.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
How many years?
Oh, just my first anniversary.
Congratulations.
She got remarried. Or she got married. It's her first year.
What she said. Okay, yeah.
My condolences.
And thank you for that.
Is it difficult to be in a relationship right after COVID?
I actually think COVID has done polarizing things for relationships. For some couples, it made it really challenging. And for other couples, it brought them close together.
That's what they're saying. Some people were good. Some people needed space. It's a whole new way of figuring things out. But
Yeah, and we found out we really use that opportunity to learn from each other and to develop ourselves and to support each other, learn how to support ourselves in that time. If we can live really happily with each other through that tremendously stressful time, then we got it.
So did you feel that getting married was a stress buster? It reduced stress or increased stress?
It's, yes.
Of course. Yes. Because it's a little bit of both, right? New relationships is stressful and having somebody accompany you isn't.
It's both and both.
She looks great, though,
It's
right?
really how you manage it. Are you bring like the fun? You guys have so much fun here. Are you bring joy? Are you bring beauty? All the artwork that's in the studio is so beautiful.
This is all our secret weapon to reducing stress. And then we put Doc over here in the corner. She stands like a statue, and that's it, just like that.
Well, how long did you know your spouse before you got married?
Not that long. We've known each other for 3 years.
Where'd you meet?
At a health fair. I had a table at the health fair. He just walked by to talk to everyone. He is a clinical psychologist. He was just curious about the energy healing, what are all the alternative health providers and alternative healers, what they are doing. So we met there, and he asked me out for coffee, which I don't drink.
But you went anyway.
I went anyway. I said, if we can drink tea, then I'm game.
That's awesome.
That's a secret date, you know. Let me say, I know she doesn't drink coffee, but let me ask her. If she says yes, I'm in, right?
And then you've been doing some new research. You guys sent me the article about the kidney, I think.
The article is actually about the gallbladder. It was
And these points and
right. It actually ties in, even though in my article I didn't write about the headache, it ties in with the migraine. Migraine mostly is caused by over energy in your gallbladder meridian. And gallbladder meridian starts right at the side of the head and runs around the head So you can see if there's a problem on the side of the head, it could cause the pain there. So migraine is mostly caused by the gallbladder meridian. However, the article was about my husband had a foot pain. His foot was swollen. It happened to be on the gallbladder meridian. It starts from here, goes all the way down out of your fourth toe. So I worked on point right in the middle of the chest. That will clear the toxin out of gallbladder meridian. It helped with his foot. And for someone with headache, especially with migraine, actually working on the same point, like right in the center of your chest, on your sternum, you go deep, massage that. It should be helpful to you.
Is that also good for diabetics who have swollen feet?
No, that's a different condition.
Okay.
Right, that condition is related to the spleen meridian. So when you have diabetic spleen and pancreas, they are challenged, they are out of balance. And the spleen meridian starts on your big toe, on the inside of the big toe. So you could have swollen issue. Also, your spleen and your earth is in charge of the transportation. When they are not healthy enough to bring the fluid from your feet up to the body, then you can have swollen feet. The same thing with cancer patients. I've seen a lot of clients with cancer, when they're going through chemotherapy, all of a sudden their legs and the feet got swollen because your spleen gets challenged through the chemotherapy.
So how do you relieve the pressure to get it to flow again?
A simple way to start working on that one. So I do want everyone to know that first, I'm not a medical doctor. I have a PhD in engineering. So you know that anything I'm sharing with you is my experience in working with my clients. And also, if you have a serious health condition, the tips that I'm sharing, even the exercises that I'm sharing with you, it's a first step. It's not the end treatment. You got to talk to your healthcare professional. The way I explain to people, it's like you need to brush your teeth to keep it healthy. But when you have a toothache, you do need to see a dentist.
Right.
So we all brush teeth every single day to keep our teeth healthy, but we don't do the equivalent to our energy.
Do you practice Chinese medicine through acupuncture and herbs, or you're more of radiant health and well-being on energy clearing for your practice?
I do energy clearing, I do acupressure.
Okay.
So I don't use needles. But I do work on the same system. I do work with the meridians, with the 5 elements. That's all part of the Chinese medicine. I work with the system. It's just the way to work with it is different. Another thing that what I do is there are lots of exercises that I teach my clients to do. And it's empowering because they can do it themselves. Whenever there's a problem, they don't need to wait for the next session to go back to the medical doctor or acupuncturist. They can use the things that I'm going to share with you today. They can just use them anytime.
Want to learn some exercises? We had, I'm laughing as Slick walks in. We had a show here a couple years ago, and one of the hosts was a fitness instructor. So she gave Slick all these really hard exercises to do. And Freddie walks in the room and she says, okay, take your toes out of your shoes. Wiggle your toes.
They got the good stuff. They gave me toes and then she left. And I stayed like this with my toes going like this. And they haven't stopped. The left foot is like this.
We are going to do some really simple things. You don't need to move your toes and you don't need to get up from your chair. You're going to have a
You
good
don't have to get
time.
up from your chair.
We did a remote one time, and everybody did this trust thing with some kind of mousetrap. And the only one, I still have the scar. The only one who messed up the mousetrap on my hand was this one. And I'm walking around, I said, this is very painful. Can somebody remove this? And they're laughing so hard, they just let it there until they got purple.
Running down his hand. He goes, ow, I'm bleeding. Right.
So if this is anything like that, I'm out.
Well, let me show you one first, and you can judge it for yourself because I don't know your level. I don't know how much you respond to
I'm
stress
so
or to
bruised.
anything new.
All right,
I'm
let's
very
see. Let's
bruised.
try our exercises. We need both hands, though. You said, right?
You don't need both hands
Oh, okay.
for everything.
Okay.
But
You ready
it
to
would be good
exercise?
to have both hands.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is to reduce our stress level, everyone.
Let's start with a really simple one.
She's laughing
hilarious.
before
Just
she
with your
starts.
middle finger of your right hand, it doesn't matter which one.
This
Let's
one?
do right hand. And just draw a pair of eyeglasses over you.
Like this?
Really simple
Oh,
one.
this is very sexy.
This is nice.
You know, I went on a date and a woman once did this. I couldn't see for 3 days.
This is actually really helpful for those of us who spend so much time in front of the computer, like all the Zoom
Oh,
eyes.
yeah. Hey, Doc, they tell me I'm getting a line here, too, so this is pretty good.
You get your 11s?
No, I got 12s.
You know those are called 11s, by the way?
No, they're 12s.
You can do it, just add a little bit to it. You can move your head instead of your hand. So you get a neck exercise too.
Oh, I like that, Doc.
You like that?
Look, are you doing this? Look.
He took his glasses off for it, too.
Oh, I like this.
I just yawned. Every time I work on someone, even myself, if energy moves, I will yawn. So don't take offense. If you see me yawn, you know things are working.
Wow.
I do have to explain that to my clients, especially on the first session
That you're not
when I
getting
start
bored?
yawning a lot.
It's like you don't bore me. I was taking your energy in.
I'm sleeping.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Ready.
Yes.
Use 2 fingers. You can use 1, but 2 fingers outside in the corner of your eye. So on your temple, just make nice little circles. And remember to drop your shoulders, drop your elbows.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
the
need to
thing.
hold anything.
I just popped my shoulder.
You did?
Yeah, I got a dislocated shoulder.
And remember to let go of your jaw. You don't need to clench it. And relax your abdomen.
Look at Hillary. She's tapping her face.
Tapping's a big thing, though, for reducing stress. This helps with swelling and stress right around your eyes.
If somebody's yelling at you and you do this, this reduces stress?
It
You do?
It does reduce the stress and can reduce the headache.
Oh, I'm all in on that.
Oh, Dawn, you better use 4 fingers. 2 may not be enough. And you should breathe, right, Doc?
You
Always
should.
breathe. Yes. We don't breathe enough.
Always, you should breathe.
Yes. We hold our breath too many times.
Oh, my gosh. She's moving energy
I'm
again.
sorry.
She's a riot.
It's so relaxing for me.
I love that.
She's a riot. I gotta meet your husband. He must be a pip.
Is he Chinese?
No, he's not. He's from Michigan.
Oh,
Of
my
course he
goodness.
is. Of course. He's smart. He gets his belly rubbed to take away his toe thing.
How nice is that?
What?
Let me show you one more thing, and then we can take a break and show you more things later.
Okay.
So this one is on your wrist because, I mean, when you're dating someone in a restaurant or when you go for interview, you don't really want to do things on your face. Even on Zoom, you don't want to do that because people will ask you, it's like, what the heck is going on? So let me show you something you can do more discreetly. So it's under your wrist crease. Put your 3 fingers by the wrist crease, right on the other side. So 3 fingers away from the wrist crease.
Okay.
Just massage that point. It's right in the middle of your arm. You can use your thumb. I like to use my thumb
Oh, I
because
feel a
it's
tendon
easier.
there. There's a tendon.
Yes.
Yes,
Ooh,
there
I
is
don't
a
like
tendon.
it. That's like when I eat chicken.
Does it reduce your stress?
You can just make really simple circles, or you can go back and forth, whatever works for you.
Doc, should it be like a rock in there or should it be soft? I got a hard stress in here. Yours is soft. Let me see. Ooh,
Is it soft?
you got like tendons. Ooh, good. You.
Wait, I'll relax my tendon. Yeah, I got a
Get
tendon
away.
there.
That's cuckoo-ness.
Yeah, we all have tendons there. That was how your
How
wrist
come the
moves.
left hand, Doc, and not the right?
Oh, we're going to move to the other side too.
Oh, okay.
We'll start with one side. Unless you like to be imbalanced.
No. Wow. That feels pretty good.
Yeah, what do you feel?
I feel.
And again, remember
Soothing.
to breathe. Drop your shoulders.
It's a
Gotta
thing
breathe.
I got.
Okay, now yeah, we're moving to the other side. Fred is leading us.
I gotta tell you, my right side is more stressed than my left side. What the hell is that all about?
Are there different sides that hold different energies, right or left?
They are totally different. The first to start, we are right. Either we're right-handed or left-handed. We use one side more than the other. Also, in terms of energy, there's a difference from your left side and right side. Your left side is your feminine side, and your right side is your masculine side. So your right side tend to be more stressed.
Your right side.
I got a feminine side on my left arm.
No, your right side's feminine.
My right
Your
side
right
is
side's
feminine.
masculine.
Your
No,
left
just-
side.
Left side's
My
feminine.
left side is feminine. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you, Doc? She's at it already.
She's yawning again.
She's at.
They're like,
I can imagine you go to dinner and this one goes.
You know what our crew says? Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom and Dad
Would
are
you
fighting
like to
again.
go home now?
So how do you all feel now?
Like I need a shower.
Like I
a
need a
hot-
grilled cheese sandwich.
Did you sweat?
No, I feel really relaxed. You know, it helped my hands. You know, I wake up with stiff hands.
I want to ask you before we go to commercial break, for spleen or pancreas, if you've got diabetes, are there points, or do you have to go here, or are there points on your hands or feet that equate, or your ear that equate with that?
Oh, yes, there are. You want to see? We're not going to the feet.
We're not going to do the feet?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are. I can show you. Well, unless you want me to show the
I
feet.
want to know.
Yeah.
Curious minds.
Tell you
would
what,
like
we're
to
going to take a commercial break. Freddie's going to take off his shoes. And we come back, we're going to find the spleen and pancreas points.
The left or the right? Or both?
Choose one.
All right,
I want
stay
the,
tuned.
the pancreas
We're
one.
going to reduce inflammation and diabetes
I'm all
in your
in.
feet.
Whole body.
I'm all in.
We'll be right back.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana and I am standing in J&D Cakes over off of Federal Highway by Meisner Park in Boca Raton. And wow, does it smell delicious in here. Owned by Joel Basco and Daniela Borquez, they are the ones in the business as far as cakes. From weddings and birthdays, special events, holidays, novelty, and known for their sculpture cakes, you have to check them out. If they look familiar to you, you may have seen them as they were featured on Cake Hunters. They were the winner of Food Network's Cake Wars, as well as returners and finalists on their Champs episode.
Hi, I'm Joel and welcome to J&D Cakes of Boca Raton. We're right across Meisner Park and we're open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come by if you can. If you want to order from us, please call us at 561-569-1860.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another, passion in my heart, partners come and go, always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Fire. All right, so welcome back. Freddie's here with his foot out. Doc, what are we doing, Doc? That would be you. What do we do?
Left foot?
A3.
Any foot?
Any foot, we are doing the left right now.
Okay.
Yes, because I have a bad knee in my right. I can't do this longer on my right knee. So I have to fix the knee before I fix the foot.
So the first thing first, with your palms, hold your, oh, great, I like that. So one thing is you hold your toes, give yourself a really, give your feet a nice TLC.
Oh, yes, isn't that nice? Hillary, you like to keep your shoes on? Yeah, you're not a foot
Palm
person.
to palm. Do it, do it. Do it,
You
do
massage your feet
it.
all day?
You can do it.
I do this all day long.
Do
You
you?
do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me give you my foot.
Let's
do
put
mine.
Hillary up also, guys. Let's do a 3-shot.
I give you gloves. Don't worry
wanna
about it.
touch your
I give you socks.
I don't want to touch your feet.
You got nice
Palm
feet.
to palm.
Palm to palm.
Yes. Don't you see what she's doing? Palm to palm.
And now we can hold the side. So hold it on the side. You want to hold them together
basket?
and then put it on the other side and squeeze the bones. Like your bunion bones, squeeze it really
Ooh,
tight.
Your bunion bones. Mine get bigger and bigger. That's my shoes.
You want
Oh my
to,
God, it just popped.
It did?
this is one way to push through the the spleen energy.
Really?
The spleen meridian runs on the inside of your big toe.
On
all
the
the way to
inside.
Your bunion.
No,
Here.
in between the toe.
On
between
this
the two
side
feet.
or the
Yes.
inside?
No, this is the middle side. On the middle side.
Okay, so where am I putting my pressure?
You just hold it here. When you squeeze on the bone, you're squeezing on what's called the source point of the spleen meridian.
You have bunions too?
I don't have bunions.
I do. Look at that.
If I had bunions, I'd be scraping them off.
No,
I can't
it's a
stand it.
bone. See the
You
bone?
gotta get that operated. My God.
I know.
You got another toe grown.
I got like
Part
both
of
sides.
this exercise is breathing and silence. and self-care and stress reduction.
No, this is a talk show. You can't do silence, Doc.
Stress reduction. Just
10 seconds.
Ow. Ooh, I got a
Yeah,
cramp.
and that's it.
that's it.
So
That
that's
release-
one thing you can do for your spleen, which is right along the line of your foot towards your ankle. That's a big point for you to massage. Yes, right there. No, go up. Yep.
This bone right here?
Hold the bone and then move it towards your ankle.
Okay.
Just slide it over and massage that point. That's
Ooh, that
one
feels
point
good.
that will help your spleen.
Oh, I gotta get me a gishi something or something.
Is there a meaning if a point is tender?
That's an awesome question. We actually say it in the Chinese medicine. If 通则不痛，痛则不通. So, which means when there's pain, that means it's not flowing, the energy is not flowing. When the energy is flowing, you won't find pain. So any spot that you find tender, you actually want to go into massages. I've had people, I used to teach classes, I had someone with a lot of pain all over her body. So she took the exercise home, she massaged all the points I taught the class. 2 weeks later, she said her pain level dropped by 60%.
Wow. I was going to ask you, when you've got systemic pain everywhere and you think everyone, you got a headache, your shoulders hurt, your feet, you're just in inflammation everywhere. You have exercises that can help the whole body?
I actually would say the de-stress, work on that will do a lot to help with the pain.
Wow.
I had someone with fibromyalgia that I worked on only one session, the fibromyalgia went away.
What did you do with her?
It's really the main thing is to calm her nervous system. When you de-stress, when you're stressed, your whole nervous system is fired up.
Yes.
Like your brain's fired up, or you keep worrying about everything.
Yes.
Stop saying yes. Say no.
The answer is no.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
The answer is
I
yes
got-
to you and no to
How do you
everybody
feel?
else.
What do we do with the fork?
If you have neuropathy, doc, which is the death of your nerve endings in your feet.
Do you feel that? Do you feel this? If I did this to you, do you feel that?
Yeah. Not a lot, but I feel it.
You feel that?
Yeah.
You don't have a reflex in your foot.
I'm supposed to have a reflex?
Yes.
No, I don't have that kind of.
Yeah, most
So,
people.
A Babinski
Yeah, keep-
reflex?
It's called the Babinski. Watch.
I don't have a
You
Babinski.
don't have a. He has
I
no.
don't have a
Babies have it.
Babinski.
You have to go the other way.
Which
It's
way?
It's heel up to toes.
This way?
And use the
He has no
forks,
Babinski
not the
reflex.
handle.
Use the fork?
Use this part, not the handle.
It must go away as we get older.
Excuse you too. Thank you very much for
The
playing.
Babinski reflex.
I got no
I don't
Babinski.
have it either.
I'm
They do it to
Babinski listless.
infants.
I'm Babinski less. What are we doing with the fork, doc?
What we do with fork is actually exactly what you were doing. I'm going to use this one. Pretend this is the
The bottom of the foot?
bottom of the foot. This is those are the toes. You move from the bottom, the heel towards the toes. You were talking about the pressure you felt. Just move it and get it on your ankle too. On the back, we'll have Freddie demonstrate that. From the back,
From the
the
back.
back of the foot.
This feels pretty
Go to-
good.
It does. And there's a reason. Oh, by the way, when you're at home, don't use a
eat
plastic one. Use a
Use a metal one?
Use a metal one. Don't use a silver one either. Use a stainless steel one because that helps move energy better.
Ah. Let's get you a stainless steel
When
fork.
you feel that pressure in your feet,
Who wants the forks
sometimes
back
there's a
now?
lot of
Who wants lunch?
congestion.
You can take it home. It's funny because what I like is I like to tap on my feet. I do a lot of that. I like the way that feels, and it stimulates the blood like in there and stuff like that. But
So one last thing, when you do the tapping, it's great you do that. I would add, when you do, after you've done the tapping, take it out.
Oh.
Take all that thing that you just moved through,
Yeah.
take it out of
Throw
your
it away.
feet and let it go.
I
Remove it.
always wondered if I took a knife and I cut a thing here and I push all this out.
Just do
the
it
stuff
without
like
the
this.
knife.
No, because I always felt there's something in my feet.
Please don't do that.
Energy.
Please don't take
Freddie.
a knife.
Look at her.
My
you-
mandatory reporting flags are going up. Please don't take a knife to your body.
Your
in any
mandatory
way.
what? Your mandatory who?
Reporting?
Really?
Yeah. Self-harm.
Yeah, not self-harm. I think it's self-healing.
Uh,
You say tomato, I say tomato.
So by doing this, we're taking the energy and we're effectively just removing it. So
Wait a
Freddie,
minute.
everything
Putting
you're doing,
your
throw
I
it
got
away.
I got to move my
Throw
foot.
it away.
Try this, Freddie. Just try it for a week with the metal fork.
I think
Take
that I'm
it
going to
out.
do it every show from now on, every morning. So you can all join me.
We could
I
do
gotta
a
tell you
morning
something, Doc,
stress
this
relieving
feels pretty
show.
good.
We could do a morning stress relieving show,
I like it.
right? I love that we do this for a living. How cool is that?
Right.
Hillary, isn't
Yeah.
it so great for you?
I mean, I've said it multiple times. I do this all the time. I go get it done. I get reflexology done. I do acupressure. I believe in it. I believe in the flow of energy. I take on other people's energy, so I have to know how to get rid of it myself. And I've been doing that forever. And I do believe if you don't get rid of that excess negative energy, it's going to show up in other ways. So.
Do we do the same thing from the left foot on the right foot, or is it different?
You do.
Same thing?
Yes. You do the exact same thing.
So tell me what kind of practice you have as we're sitting here relaxing ourselves. You help people with what? Pain, stress relief, PTSD?
I help people to balance energy. In balancing energy, all kinds of symptoms get improved. Like I said earlier, I had someone with fibromyalgia. She couldn't take medication because medication was making it worse. She became allergic to any medication. So she came to me just by balancing the energy, the fibromyalgia went away. I'm working with someone with MS, and her symptoms are improving.
Wow.
I'm also working with someone with diabetics, actually high blood pressure and diabetics, and that's improving too. So it's what I do is just balancing the energy. By balancing the energy, the body's healing ability kicks in. And especially to have you do it yourself, when you feel so good with working on your feet, you do it every single day, it's much better than anything anyone can give you.
I feel like I'm taking a deep breath too. This is the craziest thing. Like I'm pushing my foot and taking a deep breath.
I gotta tell you, every morning I soak up my feet in creams every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. And if I don't do it in the morning, then I do it at night, because as a diabetic, you gotta keep your feet hydrated. That's why drinking water is so vital. Because for every cup of coffee, you have to drink 3 cups of water. So that's a whole lot of peeing, I gotta tell you.
This is amazing.
And your feet, for a diabetic, is really the drop zone of pain because of gut health, which is why I was so interested in doing what we did Friday. And they talked about gut health and how to get that chemical back into the intestines, which is originated. I ain't gonna tell you the rest of that story, but this feels fantastic. You know, we don't take care of our feet during the day, which we should. I think that instead of lunch, it should be foot hour.
We should bring a foot massage, Slick.
We don't take care of ourselves.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Not really.
How do you take care of yourself, Freddie?
Me?
Yeah.
I laugh all the time. You ever see when Doc came in here? She's been laughing
always
since
happy
she got
like
here.
this. I know. She's like the best.
And we have Fuego 2.0
Lucky
today.
too.
And we
Laughing is a great
She
medicine.
laughs and she has that real strange laugh. If Slick starts to laugh, I'm done.
Lucky.
I'm out of here.
Lucky's laugh is infectious, though.
You saw Slick's laugh yesterday? That
So-
funny sound he made.
Taking care of yourself is not just like do good things to take care of yourself. It's also refrain from doing things that harm you.
That's right. Like stay away from toxic
Well,
people.
here's the thing about harm you. You mean stress.
Right, not just stress. For example, coffee.
Oh, yeah.
For some people, they love coffee and relax them. I've had a client drinking coffee at night puts her to sleep.
I can make a cup of coffee, have 2 sips, and be asleep in 5 minutes.
Right. It works for some people great. And for some other people, like I used to drink coffee in my 30s. I don't anymore because it makes my mind too crazy. Like it just thinks.
Well, we don't want you crazy, though. We don't want you
Thank
crazy.
you.
She has a psychologist at home to monitor that.
Yeah, but he's not here right now.
I feel much more relaxed. I can like,
You look it. Oh my God, where you been?
don't I?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Thank you.
I bring in people that I need on this show. This is the greatest platform we bring.
And tomorrow she'll be again like Godzilla.
All right, so what about stress in my neck? Are there exercises for that other than me sitting here going like this?
On the neck, on the shoulder. It's a really simple one. I actually just started doing it every day for myself. It works on your head, and by doing that, it actually relaxes the whole neck.
Oh, okay. I mean,
When the neck is relaxed, it also supports your shoulders. we use isometric stretch. So let me explain what's isometric stretch first. So we have the active stretch when you pull, like reach out, you're stretching. We also have passive stretches when someone else pull your arm that's stretching you. The isometric is when your left hand and right hand, they push against each other, but nothing moves. That's the best stretch for the muscles in the body. Great job, Freddie.
You got no shoes, like stressing. You just I'm gonna get you a nap in a bit, but you're good to go for the day.
Are you remembering to breathe?
And unclench your jaw.
And cross your
So
feet.
now
right?
let's do the one for your neck. We'll use isometric stretch. Use that pushing on your head. So the first one, you lean slightly forward. Oh, one disclaimer, if you have a lot of neck pain, just pay special attention. Do it a little bit at a time. Try it to see if it works for you. If you have a lot of pain, if you have a neck issues, you need to go to see your doctor, then don't do this. So you lean your head forward slightly, put your hands, the fingers facing up, and push that on your forehead.
Ow.
Now with your forehead,
That hurt.
you push downward with your head and push upward with your fingers. So your neck and head actually they don't move.
That popped my ears.
Really?
Yeah,
Take
my
a
right
deep
ear.
breath.
You have some
Breathe.
weird stuff going on over there, Freddie.
You gotta push down with your head and up with your fingers, right?
Yes.
It
and
popped my right ear.
Take a deep breath in and exhale, push.
Ooh. I can't do that. It makes me dizzy, Doc.
So you sit out on this one.
Your neck just popped.
You heard it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Things to
Oh my
pop.
God. You want things to pop?
Nothing's popping.
Wow,
Okay,
Doc,
we
that was
do
good.
it 3 times, then we can stop this one. Now, you can do it on the back. So let me see how I can show it to you. On the back, you lean backward slightly. So your head, your eyes look up slightly, don't move too much. And put your fingers under your occipital bone. This bone is your occipital bone. And lean your head, push it downward and your fingers upward. So again, take a deep breath in. Exhale, push. Inhale,
got this?
just pause. Exhale, push.
Wow, when you do that, your ears get bigger.
One more time, inhale. Exhale, push.
I love that one.
That's it for this side. And
Wow.
we also get to do this on the side. So with your left hand, the fingers of your left hand, push to the right, and your head just push to the left. Again, take a deep breath in. Exhale,
That
push.
makes me dizzy, Doc.
Don't get up then. Sit.
Inhale again, pause. Exhale, push.
That makes you dizzy?
Don't look at me
Can you
this
feel
way.
it? I
One
can
more
feel my
time.
whole shoulder.
You feel it?
Mm.
Well, there you go. Do
Inhale
it
again, and now push.
Push.
Okay. Now we'll complete on the other side, on your right side. Put the fingers of
How's that
right
feel?
hand above your ear on the right side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push. And one last time, deep breath in. Exhale, push. Okay, now we just close this one by putting your right ear to your right shoulder and roll your head to the left side. And one more time back to the right side.
That's where you feel the pull.
And now you're back to the center.
You heard that?
How
pop?
is that for your neck?
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready for a nap.
I just popped my neck.
You're
twice.
popping all over the
I'm
place.
popping. I feel like.
But you need
Pop
that,
Tarts.
right? That's good.
I don't know.
How do you
It
feel?
could be.
Don't be dizzy. Don't get
It
up.
could be irreparable damage.
Dad, don't get up. do not try this at home, please.
Wow. There's stuff moving, Doc.
That's good.
I got bones inside moving. What the hell?
How you feel?
I feel pretty
Good?
goosey.
Hillary, how
woosey.
do you feel? You do
I
this
feel
all
great.
the time.
I feel great. I love this. This is, yeah.
This is amazing exercise actually for headache. It's incredible when people have headaches to do this one. For a lot of people, this works really well. It's like a miracle.
Wow.
So, Doc, let me ask you a question. If you're lifting weights like 5 times a week, would that increase the stress level to areas that you're working on right now?
It does really, because when we are exerting effort to do something, anything, it could be physical, it could be giving a lecture or hosting a show. When you're not relaxed, when you're doing that exercise, doing that task, you're not relaxed, then you add tension. So do everything you can to relax the body. Once you relax the body,
I
then
love this. I can breathe. I feel like I'm like taking a deep breath. You're yawning, I'm breathing. This is the craziest thing ever. It's nice to breathe. I have to tell you, you're all laughing, but when you shallow breathe, it's like, and you're holding your breath all the time because I'm so stressed and I'm always clenching. I'm trying to be a people pleaser, Dr. Hillary, and take care of the world. You don't breathe.
What I love about what Dr. Dan does is that in order for you to make an appointment, you have to first take that step and say, I want help. There's something wrong, and this is a professional I trust. And then, I don't know how long the appointments are, but you're taking care of yourself and breathing and doing all this for a half an hour to an hour. And that's part of the self-care, that just the way you feel grounded and centered more now, and that
totally
you feel
do.
that flow of energy. If you do that, it's like a practice. If you do that every day, then you can take that groundedness and apply it to what you do in life so that your stress level is just...
I do. I actually feel much more present right now than when I sat down. I told you I was all up here. I feel like I'm here and I'm present. I'm sitting here. You're all laughing at me. But
you're
think about
in your body, not so much in your brain
Yes.
now. So that
And I'm
actually
here.
helps you to
This
relax.
is amazing. And that I can do this and everyone can do this on their own time. For everyone who's busy running and doing 25 jobs and kids and parents and work and grocery shopping, if you don't have time to go see Dr. Dan or you're in between appointments, you can actually sit and do this for 10 minutes for yourself.
And you don't have to do everything together. You can just do one. It takes 2 minutes. Like the 8 you do around your eyes takes 2 minutes to do. And then the next commercial break, you work on your feet.
Which is the one that you feel helped you the most? Because I want to bottle this.
I think it was the head and the neck.
All right, so from now on, when you get plumb crazy, we're going to take commercial breaks so you can do your neck exercise.
You see me, I'm always doing this on my neck, because my neck is always holds all my stress. But you can actually feel this in the isometrics of it, and I feel it down my shoulders. I don't know if anyone else does, but you can feel the release down your shoulders.
Well, you heard the popping in my neck. I think there's some missing pieces.
And we're just sitting here. All right, can you stay with us?
Oh, yes.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back, more with Dr. Dan, talk to Dr. Hillary Taylor, Dr. THC, Total Holistic Community, and now we can even discuss this on the radio, which is very exciting. And I know you guys have a great synergy together, so I'm excited to see this collaboration. Slick, are you relaxed?
Yeah. Slick,
He's always relaxed.
Did you pop your neck?
Oh, no, I'm doing more breathing exercises.
Breathing.
But I can really breathe. This is an amazing feeling.
You know, guys, we can, if you want to do like a few minutes energy exercise in the morning, whatever show, we can do it on Zoom. I can Zoom in, just guide it through.
Well, a morning exercise show. That'd be kind of cool.
The morning Zoom. The morning
It doesn't
Zoom.
even have to be a show. It could be just when you start your show or in the middle, you throw something in.
Yeah.
Like a few minutes time. It could be just one exercise or a couple exercises. Doesn't need to take much time.
Energy
The
of the
morning
day.
Zen.
All right, stay tuned. Morning Zen. I like it. We'll be right back.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYoupaid.com.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hillary Taylor at drthc.net. I have my doctorate in clinical psychology and now practice as a certified life coach. At Dr. Taylor's Holistic Community, we will work together using a holistic approach to improve and maintain your wellness and take the first steps towards creating the life that you want, need, and deserve. Call me today at 1-833-552-4442 and remember drthc.net.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Now you'll do a new one.
I think we should do a new spot and a few other things as well. I'm gonna ask you to do. Because we're doing something different this month. Isn't that what you said to me? Yeah. So let's do it.
Got your mic?
Try talking into it.
So during commercial break, Dr. Dan showed you some more exercises. How do
She
you feel?
has hands like, forget it. I know why you get married now, because she put her hands on my foot and she squeezed and it went right up to here.
Really?
Wow. That's unbelievable. She has strong hands.
Where'd she squeeze your foot?
Right here. See that? You can see the dent.
The arch in your foot?
She left the dent, look.
Right there?
Right there she put it.
So what spot is that? Gallbladder.
No, that's on the spleen meridian
spleen
because we're
meridian.
talking about
See the
diabetic.
foot?
For diabetic, in terms of Chinese medicine, it's the spleen and the pancreas. And spleen and the pancreas, we look at that as one energy system.
And spleen is right here too, right?
Yes, you got that. It's from your toe, from the outside of the toe, straight up the inside of the leg, and go all the way to the armpit and down on the side.
That's where you felt it?
No, when she squeezed, you see
You
the
felt it
fingerprint?
under your arm?
Right over here.
Yeah,
what she's saying, it's the
that's
whole
exactly
meridian.
where
She went
Freddie
like that,
felt
and
it.
whoop,
Careful, you might have to make you pee.
makes me pee. That's my spleen.
Right,
Makes
it
me
will,
pee?
won't it?
Those are kidneys.
She's laughing, yeah. You'll see.
Wow. So
It's
now I
good.
know what to rub when I want to pee. You ever tell you to pee in a cup and you can't? Rub my foot and I will.
I don't know. But Hillary, we have never done a show like this, right, with you? We always do some other stuff.
Hillary, let me squeeze your foot, see if you pee.
No.
So when you have clients, Dr. Hillary, and they come to you, do you ever incorporate, you do self-care, I know you have your morning coffee and you have your other morning rituals with your clients. Do we ever do exercises like this for self-care?
I advocate for movement of all kinds. I talk about movement with music, and then I talk about, because I promote holistic care, I do talk about different ways that you can seek benefits from acupressure, acupuncture. Going to somebody who you really trust is part of, I guess, the whole puzzle. And really figuring out what you like. Some people like the hands-on method. Some people like learning it and then being able to do it themselves. Some people enjoy running, which to this day I don't understand, but some people enjoy it. So it's really finding out what works for you and what you're comfortable doing. I remember when I was in massage therapy school, which is like a lifetime ago, and we had to practice. We had to do a certain amount of clinical hours. So I had my parents volunteer. And my father was great, and he gets massages all the time, so he very quickly fell asleep while I was giving him the massage. My mother is much like Dawn and is a caregiver, and she tried to hold my hand throughout the whole massage. Like when I was massaging her hand, she just wanted to hold it. And I was like, no, this is not what you're supposed to do. So she really has a hard time sitting and taking space and time for herself. So I don't know if she's the best candidate for an appointment for that kind of time, but learning some exercises that she can do on her own. And I tell people, if you have time to go to the bathroom, you have time to do a deep breathing technique. You have time to do something small like Dr. Dan is talking about. So taking those 2 minutes is more beneficial for my mother than the hour massage.
And I really like what you said, find what works for you. Because, for example, music or sound healing, some people love that. But some people don't want to have anything to do with it. And some people love touching. They get really excited when I show them, oh, you can get onto the massage table now. I'm going to do some hands-on work on you. And some people don't care to be touched.
Exactly.
You don't like to be touched for
Because some
massages.
people don't know how to touch.
And that's
very
part of
sensitive
it. Is,
shoulders.
like I said, you have to trust the practitioner so
Correct.
that if you do enjoy touch or you benefit from that, that you're actually doing something that benefits you.
Correct.
It's also to take the time and find the person with a touch that works for you. Yes. Because different people have a different touch. They have a different pressure, different rhythm, and different energy as a practitioner. Sure. If their energy works with you, they're the right person for you. They're the best one for you. Someone else may be the best for someone else, and it doesn't work for you at all. So take your time to find that. It's important.
And you do this virtually. You both do. You do this on the phone. You do this. You can do energy healing virtually.
I do. I've had clients in Europe, in Asia, and all over the States.
How do you do that? Like you can feel. Imagine what she's feeling up here.
And she just did right now.
I know. She's yawning. How do you do that? You can feel their energy.
You do. We human beings, our minds are incredible. We have, this is the biggest supercomputer right here.
How did you go from being an engineering PhD to this? Totally different. One is totally science, numbers, engineering, to science, meridians, not, some people won't even say it's science, but I know it has a scientific base to it as well.
So Dr. Hillary and I were chatting before we started, and she said her experience with Chinese people. I was born in China, growing up in China, part of this work is in our DNA. So I've always leaned towards this one. I got tired of doing the engineering work. I was really good at it. It was great fun, but I just felt it wasn't filling my soul. Like my cup wasn't being filled, even though it was fun time. It was quite a nice intellectual challenge. So I actually took that into doing the healing work. That's why I went for the Eden Energy Medicine, which is one of the most comprehensive training. It has 9 energy systems that we work with. It's like an engineering project. Any client with any issue, especially the most complicated issues, I love working with that. because again, you're trying to solve a problem, and I bring an engineering method, I bring a systematic approach in solving that program, solving whatever challenges they have, and I lay out, say, a 6-month program to work with the person. What's the stage the body's energy is going to take you, and where your symptoms, you can see them changing, and where you can see them, your whole body changes, your energy system changes, that the symptoms will no longer return, or they will be much more reduced. So there is some similarity. But the main thing is, when I started doing the energy healing work on myself, it just filled me with joy. Like, you see me laughing here all the time.
Yeah.
I was never this way before
Really?
I started doing the energy work. No, I was a serious professor. I was an engineering professor, and I was always really serious.
Wow. Hillary, you understand that?
I just, like, my heart is dancing as I hear Dr. Dan's story. So what's standing out for me is that the Western idea is get educated, especially for women. It's get educated, get a degree. And I hear that in Dr. Dan's story. And when she stepped back and said, what aligns with me, what fulfills me, what is my soul's purpose, she had to go back to her roots and think about what is in her that makes her tick, that brings her joy. And now, much like what I do, using the education that she has, she brings that into her current practice and says, I'm different than somebody who only has one versus another. And now the joy that it brings her to have those types of clients that are more challenging. Not everybody can work with the more challenging. And I do the same thing in my practice. When I work with somebody who has life issues, I love it. But when they bring in a more complicated type of story, and I have to tap into my clinical psychology education and bring that forward, that's something that I really get joy from and feel fulfilled. And I feel like I'm using both things, the Western pressures of education along with what really truly aligns with me, and that is more of an Eastern type of philosophy.
There's also, as we spoke earlier, of finding your what therapist, what practitioner works for you. There's also for us as practitioner to know what type of clients work the best with us, with our way of working. For example, in my case, because I had been an engineering professor, I had been IT project manager, so I work really well with successful business people, successful entrepreneurs, because I know their point. I know what they are dealing with in their work and in their health, in their personal lives. So I speak the language, especially when I lay out what I see as diagnosis with the challenge they have and how I'm going to go address that. They trust me, even though when they don't understand anything about Chinese medicine, even though when they have never heard of meridians, because the language I speak in terms of this is a problem, this is the solution, this is how I'm going about to deliver that result to you. So there's that, looking at what works for each person, and especially, really like you said, combining those, all our life experiences, and use that as the gift, because we're given those gifts. Like my engineering training was a gift that I received. Now I can integrate that and make that an offering to the universe and to my clients.
Well, you've relaxed us so much, they're having their own show over here. We're just sitting
she's-
here.
Well, it's funny because I'm having a whole party in here
I
on
see
social media
that.
with Gubba and everything else. But it's interesting that you've learned to balance what was once a straight road. Now you put some turns and twists into it, and it makes you a more rounded individual. See, because perception of others to see you, sometimes when you're too strict, people are hesitant because they don't know, they're afraid to make a mistake or say the wrong thing. But when you open up a little bit and you put laughter in, laughter is the equalizer. I mean, Gub is talking about he wants to
Holding
hold
your
my
foot?
feet. We're having a whole holding foot ceremony in here.
I see that.
But it alleviates people to feel themselves. And I think that is a tremendous need right now because people will have a tendency of taking off their shoes on the set.
But
with
how
no
great is
problem.
it? How great do you feel? Do you feel free, different, having your shoes off?
Do I feel free? Okay.
But do you feel different?
Does it feel different for you to sit here without shoes on? Or do you feel
No.
different from the exercises?
I may wear slippers now and just take off my shoes before the set.
But do you feel different from the exercises?
I do. I got to tell you. Look, she left a foot mark, her finger mark in there. You see that? X marks the spot. But it feels better. I feel a whole lot better.
That's amazing.
It's funny. I'm drinking more water now because I need to hydrate more. And I've learned that if you put orange and lemons in water, one slice of each, it goes right through you. It doesn't linger, and it sort of cleans your kidneys, and you feel better. You can breathe better. You begin to move better. Things change. So, if you haven't tried tapping, especially on your feet, I know that people do it on their face. That never really worked for me, but on my feet it does. Maybe it's because it needs it more than on my face. If you try these different approaches, it may take away your stress level. Give it a shot. Hey, listen, you give stress a whole big shot. Give stress free.
It's true, right? We give stress a whole lot of time in our lives, but yet we can't take 2 minutes to relieve some of that stress. A lot of options. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk about some other options that Dr. Taylor works with as well. Breathing, we got to find out what this is. People used to tell me to tap right here, like right in here. I don't want to do it, it'll blow your ears out on the mic, but we can do this when my mic's not on. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
The Spa Facial by Maria has amazing facials, body treatments, and sugar body waxing for any special occasion. All our spa treatments have organic and natural ingredients concentrated just for your skin. We guarantee all natural products help you with that extra feeling of zen. The Spa Facial offers organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, manscaping, and face and body waxing. Call the Spa Facial for your spa appointment with Maria at 954-213-5034 or visit her website at thespafacial.info.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know, it's really funny. When I go to the beach or anywhere in public, I wear water shoes to go in the ocean. I don't go with no shoes on because to me it's kind of weird. Ever since I was a kid. So you know how in the sand it's real hot and you like doing the dance with the towel, because it's really, really hot?
You're not.
I know, because I wear water shoes all the time.
Last time you did that, remember that sunburn you got up your leg?
That's because I stayed in the ocean for 4 hours.
He can't believe he looked like a lobster.
I
Chris.
had a waterproof mask on. This is during COVID. So I was in the ocean and they put a hat on me. And my stepdaughter kept bringing me drinks. She says, Dad, you don't have to move. You stay out there, because I was paranoid about going to the beach and they convinced me to go. So I had this filter on my face. I got a hat on there and I'm in the ocean with my shoes. And the sun.
Wearing a mask in the ocean?
Yeah.
And the shoes.
And the shoes. And a shirt, because I don't want to burn.
So you were fully dressed.
Fully dressed.
From the waist up.
I put on a tuxedo bathing suit. I got to tell you, people take pictures of this.
I don't blame them. Have you ever Googled Florida man? I bet somewhere your pictures.
That would be me.
I'm sorry.
And the shirt said the Brooklyn Cafe, and then they kept saying, take that off, you're going to destroy the show. I thought it was kind of funny.
Except you were burnt to a crisp.
So what happens is the water reflects in the ocean. I didn't know that. And I burned my legs. All I had were water shoe marks on. I said, that ain't good.
Again, you should Google
Your
Florida
feet need
man.
to feel the ground. I know, but you can't because of the heat and your neuropathy. But we're going to help you clear all that out.
That's different. You go to grass and you put your feet in a grassy situation. That I can do.
Do you walk around your house barefoot?
No.
Do any of you walk around barefoot?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
I love being barefoot.
Me too.
I love the warmth of the hot pavement, of the pavers, of the grass. I love
That
being...
burns.
If only if you stay in one place.
No, what are you going to run through the pavers?
Sometimes
and
it just
run?
feels, I'm always barefoot as soon as I walk
love
in the
it,
door.
But as I've gotten older, our arches fall. And I've been told because I have had flat feet and now I don't, and now I do again, I'm supposed to wear proper shoes all the time.
Is that from your mother?
Arch support. No, it came from somebody that has an MD. But, you know, my mother would say, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wear shoes all the time.
I love not wearing shoes when I cannot wear shoes. I got this new rug in my studio at home, and it's nice and fluffy. So Chuck says today, I feel like I want to walk on your carpet, but I shouldn't. I said, you shouldn't. You got shoes on, so do not walk on my carpet. And he
But
looked at
without
me.
shoes, it feels amazing.
But without shoes, you can walk on my carpet. If you got shoes, stay off my carpet. So he looked at me. I'm like, no, off my carpet. Because I want to be there. I want to exercise. I don't want people's shoes on
And
there.
also, I have learned that when you're in heels all day, you need to walk barefoot or flat-footed afterwards
Yes.
because you have to stretch out the muscles that have been shortened and elongated in
true.
your shoes. Otherwise, you will have a Charlie horse.
My feet are so sensitive, I have to put on shoes.
And one of the best ways to treat that is actually take off your shoes, go into the ocean, have your barefoot touching the sea salt water.
I could take my shoes off and put them back on. Let me tell you what the problem is in the ocean. There used to be a time when I could see the ocean floor. I know I can see the ocean floor.
Well,
no
there's
more.
man of war now, jellyfish.
There's all sorts of things down there. They have big teeth. So I figured that if they chew on my slipper, on the shoe, and not my toe, I got a chance. That's why I don't do it.
Oh, they don't go through the slipper.
That's right. Or the stones. You ever walk? Florida has all of a sudden all
Yes.
these
Shells,
rocks in the
yes.
ocean because they're taking the sand from wherever and throwing it in there because of the loss of ground. And there's nothing but jagged edges. I can't afford that. You get a cut on your foot from the ocean, and it takes a while to heal. So I avoid all that.
That's smart. Hillary, I want to ask your client, your ideal client is whom?
Currently, I'm working with people who have been out of substance abuse treatment for a long time and are turning towards, it's called California Sober, which I don't love, but they're using cannabis to prevent themselves from, one, relapsing, two, having pain and needing to take pharmaceuticals, three, they're also able to function in all areas of their life and nothing is really taking a second seat to that, and they're using their cannabis with intention and with medical guidance. So that is one client that I'm working with, and I also work with mostly women, but I work with men too, who are, I would say, between their 30s and 60s, maybe thinking about what they're not doing in life, maybe how their life is, are they happy, like really sitting and thinking about that, and then kind of doing what both Dr. Dan and I are doing and saying, yes, I have a career, I have done what I'm supposed to do, and now that I'm missing something. I feel like I can still use my career somehow, but it's not fully aligning with me. What does? And I really help people explore that and then find their goals and then achieve them.
Do you find that COVID changed that for people?
Absolutely. I talk about that all the time. I think that Dr. Dan talked about it when she was talking about her relationship, whether COVID, it polarized things, it polarized everything. So whether your relationship with your significant other got better or worse, also did your relationship with yourself get better or worse? Did you take the time to do self-care, figure out if this, and a lot of people were forced to think about, is their life bringing them joy? Is their partner bringing them joy? We were forced to get out of our comfort zones, to get out of the habits that we've always had because everything shut down, and we had to pivot and say, do I like the person I'm sitting next to? Do I like the way my children are behaving? Do I like the relationships I have? Do I like what I'm doing? Do I feel motivated and inspired and passionate every day? I do, and I would love, and I know other people that do and love what they do, and you can tell because of the joy that they have on a set, and you can see it. And I question whether everybody is living the life that they really want to live. So COVID did change it for a lot of people, and if you're one of those people and you're like, I don't love what I'm doing anymore, then that's sort of what I use my clinical psychology knowledge to inform. And we do talk about the past, but we talk about the fact that you're here today and what do you want to do with it? What's next?
It's funny because you want to talk about, people will say to you, let's talk about you. because it all starts with you anyway, right? Not to quote a famous show that we have here on Fridays. But it does. And then people have to sort of accept the fact that we're going to talk about you, but not in a negative way. And we're talking to Bailey about criticism, criticism to better, and then you have criticism to insult. And sometimes people will take the wrong message about talking about themselves, like, oh, you think I need a shrink, you think I need help, you think. But it's soothing to get some of that garbage out, just like your feet.
Constructive criticism, yes.
But you have to be able to talk about yourself.
And
that
that's
way.
where I think I can help people. Not everybody needs therapy. You know, a lot of people have been in therapy for years and years and years, and now they're saying, okay, so what's after therapy? And I think there is a time and a place for a therapist. I think that you need to find somebody that you trust. And there's a time and place, like we had been talking about before, to sit in it and to talk about the stories and maybe to cry. But at what point does that end, and what's the next step? And there might be a middle, and that's where I feel like there's a space, and that's what I fill. So there's a middle between being let go from therapy and, I have to live this life on my own, and I'm that person that can help you through those times where you're like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed out. Do I go back to therapy? I don't really need therapy, or nothing's wrong with me. And in psychology, I work with mental illness. With life coaching, I don't work with mental illness per se. I work with life problems that the average person without a severe mental illness goes through, the problems. We all go through problems. If you have a mental illness, like Dr. Dan was saying, I'm not the person that you need to be going to. You need to be going to potentially a psychiatrist or maybe a psychologist, and then there's other things that we can do together.
What I'm hearing is also just go back to the feet thing. You can go to reflexology place to get a really nice treatment for yourself. It's a nice treat. Or you can do your footwork, the one we did here, to support your spleen to have a bigger goal. So you're working on the feet for that goal. You're not just working on your feet to enjoying yourself. So what I'm hearing is, like the therapy, the talk, you have issues, you do need to talk it out, and you're doing that for a bigger goal. You're creating something for your life. You want to create a better job, or you want to create a better career, you want to fulfill your soul's mission. And you use coaching, you use part of your training, part of clinical psychology training, to better understand the problem and better move you to where you want to go for your life.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes.
It's so interesting. We interview women that are in their 40s, 30s, finding and reinventing themselves. I wonder if the millennials, when they're choosing their path and their purpose, if it's something that aligns with their soul, or is it something that I can make money and I can do this? And then let's look at them 20 years later and see, is it a different generation than it was when we were growing up? When I was growing up, I'm older than all of you. You're older than me. We chose a career. You've changed your career 2,500 times, right?
Yeah.
I went to school, didn't have a career, and now I'm back doing this. But now it's through my soul that I love what we get to do.
Well, I didn't change careers. I wasn't.
What did you go to school for?
I didn't look to be a doctor. And then they put me in a hospital and New York University, and they took me to the cancer ward for children.
But where you are now,
I was a freshman when they did
does this fill
that.
your soul more than your other jobs?
You see, what I found in all these occupations, as you so politely said, is I learned something about life at each one of them. So I learned 2,569 lessons in my life. And I learned that my gift is to share your gift, is to share the things that you bring to the table, because somewhere along the line, I had that experience. Somebody talked to me one time, somebody talked to me about pressures. Somewhere along all these jobs, I'm like a giant library. So when you come to me, I say, you know what, we can handle that. But if you come, if you try, if you want to amp up your business or whatever you want, your marriage, whatever, if you bring it, it doesn't answer to everything.
Does this fill your soul where you are now?
Of course it fills my soul. This is my soul. The house is my soul. This is what I've always wanted to do in the entertainment business. But this is a serious side to me. You know, I could be serious too.
Absolutely.
Not too much, but sometimes. But the object of the game is that everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Something makes you tick, and it's okay to be you. Whether it's taking off your shoes
Take
on a
off
set,
your shoes, spread them in the sand.
there is no negative when it's about you. You may have to do some changes. You may have to figure out physically how to get that done as well as mentally, all of that. But never ever stop reaching for the better of you, ever.
And that's what I love so much. And I can't believe that you weren't always this fun-loving. Were you always like this, Hillary, as fun-loving as you are?
You gotta get married.
What stage of life are you referring to?
Well, like Dr. Dan said, she was first time we met her. She was like this, laughing and funny, and
I have my grandmother used to call me Giggle Water. I mean, like, yes, I have always been a strange bird, a weird egg, laughing at myself,
but that's
telling
good.
stories, entertaining people. I think as I became a professional, that went away, and I was more professional and more serious, and that's why I burnt out. I mean, I was doing what I thought filled my soul, and working with people and getting them past their stuck point was rewarding, and then when it wasn't, there was nothing else, and I really felt like that joy was gone. And it was before COVID, but other external circumstances that made me question. I think it was Hurricane Irma, and I left. I flew. I am not a Floridian. I said I'm out, and I went to Asheville, North Carolina, and I said, "Oh, please let everything be okay." But I had 2 weeks off, and I really sat with myself and laughed with friends, and we went to the North Carolina Fair, and I felt like a vibrancy that I hadn't felt before. And I said, I can't go back. I can't go back to that job. I never went back, and I've been doing what fills my soul now. And I love every single day. Everybody says to me, how are you? And I hesitate to respond the way that I want to respond because I don't want to make them feel bad about the fact that they're not fantabulous and like had an amazing day. And what did you do today? Absolutely nothing. But it doesn't matter because every day is so amazing, and I'm doing what if I talk to one person, that makes my day even more amazing. And if I don't talk to anybody, it's still amazing. And not everybody wants to hear that you are amazing when they're not. So
I tell everyone it's fabulous. I am fabulous.
Right.
But you can say, I'm as fabulous as you. I gotta tell you.
I do.
When I first met Dawn, I bought this giant eraser. Remember that? Oh, no, you had it. You had the eraser.
Studio A.
We still have a giant eraser. Because we share a pencil, you and me. Except my pencil has a big eraser. See, because that doesn't help me, I've erased, forgotten. I don't even care anymore because that ain't gonna help me. What's gonna help me is the sharpened pencil for tomorrow. So I used to tell Dawn, you take this eraser, because every time she brought over one of these stories in the past, I say, here, erase it. Forget about that, because you can't do anything about the past, it's done. I've been divorced twice, and I have 2 kids, and I had a full life. And what does that all translate into tomorrow?
And what's the next step?
Growth never looks so good. I got to tell you something. I am having a ball right now. I get young minds, and I get to work with them, even though they get mad at me. I try to show them that one way is the right way and the other way is the wrong way. We get to interview people We get to have people in studio laugh. She laughs more than me.
We're going to have Slick do running commentary on the show.
He's sleeping.
I think that would be, you know, there's people that, and this is going back to what you said about millennials. I think that there's so many more options today than there were when I was in school. So I have a lot of clients that are millennials or even younger, and I don't even know what the younger generation's called.
X, Z, Y, B, F,
I don't know.
G.
I was X. I don't know. So the issue is what fuels your soul? What is your passion? There's so many things. And when you say commentary, there are very strange things that people do. And like YouTube, there's just
And they're
somebody
happy, right?
commenting on somebody else's video game. And they make money doing it.
So let me ask you both, ladies, both a question. When you're feeling fantabulous and you're fantastic and you're in this soul-filling, laughing space and successful in your career, and somebody else from your past comes along and is that green-eyed monster,
Eraser.
what do? Do you engage in the conversation?
Is it still in to say bye, Felicia? Yeah. I don't deal with haters very well.
Dr. Dan?
I invite everything in for tea, for a cup of tea. And after a cup of tea, we'll go from there.
Just like you, from coffee.
You can't.
Tea helps everything.
You can't say that somebody's way is the wrong way if they're misguided. If they see things, like they always make fun that I see everything half empty. It isn't true. I fill my cup to the brim and then spill it over. They're looking at full, I'm looking at super full. The object of the game is really simple, really simple. That does not help you today from yesterday, you forgot about it. Just erase it, moving on. And those that come with that mentality, show them a different way. And if they decide that they're not going to drink from your cup of knowledge, as Shakespeare once wrote, then you get another cup. That's the way I see it. Life is simple.
On a serious note, and I was kind of not serious when I said those things before.
Yeah, but I understand.
Bye, Felicia. But on a serious note, if somebody from my past comes into my life that is a negative influence, usually what I try to do is ask myself, what is the universe trying to send? What message is the universe trying to send me? Because I'm all about that message.
Don't do it again.
And the portal. So, okay, is this a lesson? Is this a lesson for me to maybe interact with this person? We all change. Maybe that person has changed. Or is this just a way for the universe to test me, to see if I'm going to revert to my old ways and let that person maybe influence me and take whatever negativity they have personally? Or can I respond from a growth perspective and say, okay, thank you for sending me that message. I'm going to move on in my life. And just like Freddie said, like, the past is the past and we leave it there.
I'm going to give you a shortcut. Get out of your head and go straight to collect $200 and move on.
I can't, that's, you know.
They are no longer in your life because they didn't belong. Time to move on. It's okay to say it's okay.
I do take a different approach as a healer because I work with a lot of trauma and also work with layers of trauma that I'm working through myself. So when someone from the past shows up, I will ask the question, what does it reflect of me? What was the need in me that attracted that person, that I stayed with that person? Does this need, is this healed, or does this have another layer of work for me to do on myself?
But then I ask you a question.
Interesting.
Which me?
The old me or the...
Let her
Is that what you're...
Which me are we talking about when it comes to you?
See, from the energetic perspective, you look at this ball of energy, there are layers, there are energetic formations in all different areas. It's like a big house. You don't know which cupboard has some dirt in it that you haven't cleaned. So I can go on, I can carry on everything, just say bye to everyone. However, one day when a big earthquake or a big hurricane comes through, is the house, is the structure sound enough to sustain everything? Or is that little hole that I failed to patch going to bring down everything?
Interesting perspective.
She makes me like.
I'm
It's
sorry,
the
got
me,
to
it's
be
the me,
serious.
it's the me of today, right? You can't be the me of yesterday. You've made the adjustment. You're the me of today.
But you are the me of today because of who you were yesterday.
Sometimes. You see, sometimes we believe that because we feel safe in believing it. Because we can't say that the me of tomorrow is not going to be even better if you let go of the yesterday. And I see a different me today from you. I saw it when you walked in here. So, to answer the question is really simple. Life makes it really simple. Live it today and make it better tomorrow. Yesterday's done. We're done with that. It doesn't matter what anybody said a long time ago. It only matters what you understand today.
Once I've done all my studies, once done looking, then it's like, okay, it's gone.
She cleans it out like dust.
And it's different philosophies of thinking.
Of course
It's a
it is.
Western philosophy. It's an Eastern philosophy. It's a
interesting.
It's a positive way of thinking. It's a get out of my head. Like, that's never gonna happen. So that's like telling Dawn to chill out.
Get out of your head, right?
But
That's a pretty Zen way. Your way is a pretty Zen way.
yes.
However, not everyone can do that. That's why we have so many different religions.
What do
Even
you think I
inside of-
learned it from? I learned it from everyone else. You'd be surprised what everyone can do. You'd be surprised what you can do if you gave it the same effort of what you can't.
Do you know the hurricane can be surrounding him in a room? And
It's his ring.
And he sits there on his computer. Do you hear me? And he sits there.
Well, what
Did
do you want me to
see
stand?
that? And nothing. Like, he's this inner vortex, and everything can be going like this around him. And he's in that Zen place.
So he's in a place of, so what am I going to do about it?
You can't control that.
I can't control it. And Dawn's in a place of, oh, I'm going to fix it.
Or I usually make it
So
worse,
that's
right?
that's an interesting dynamic, and that's why you work
We
together.
work together.
It's the balance.
Interesting you mentioned Hurricane Irma. So my choice of Hurricane Irma was, everyone was telling me, get out of here, get out of here. I'm like, no, I am going to work on this hurricane. I'm going to create a positive vortex of energy to protect this space, to protect.
So thank you.
The city, the place,
Thank you.
Florida.
I did that from North Carolina.
I did. I took my wand home and I said, I am going to
Push it out
wish
to
it
sea.
away and
I
send
think
it away.
it was a projection of
No,
all
we-
of us
we
together
had-
and our energies sending
I was
it
at
away.
NN and I get a phone call from her dad that the hurricane went out to the ocean. Remember that? Now, you guys had a time where you had 3 hurricanes back to back to back, didn't you?
Oh, wait.
I flew down to be in a hurricane. I left from the sanity of New York City and I came down here by myself. My ex-wife at that time says, you have lost your mind. And I went from Tampa to here, back to Tampa. I missed it 3 times.
I was going to say, I think it went to Tampa, then came back here.
That's right.
So yeah,
I missed it. I was at the airport at the Marriott.
So what do you make of that?
I don't know.
Maybe you
I
weren't
have
supposed-
never, ever, ever avoided a problem. You know, we went to that coffee house one time. That lady was screaming at her employees. And Dawn says, we got to get out of here. This is not a good place. I said, no, I want to talk to the lady. I want to be friends with her. And how did we leave it? She bought us stuff. She brought in stuff. She was on the show. She became one of our best friends at the coffee house. I don't go this way. And I don't go this way. I only go this way. Good, better, and different. And if you think that life, I'm going to wrap it up in a second. If you think that life is simple, man, then get a new life, because it ain't.
What a great show.
Good stuff.
Think and Talk to Me Tuesday. Dr. Dan, how do people find you?
Oh, go to my website, radianthealthandwellbeing.com.
A lot of great information there. And Dr. Hillary?
You can text me or call me at 561-285-2815 or www.drthc.net Instagram, Facebook, Dr. THC, net.
Awesome.
I want to invite the two of you Friday. We have the Rhythm Chicks in here at 12 to 2. You guys are invited to come.
Thank you.
Check out a few music. Maybe have a spot of tea.
I think it's time to level up Dr. Hillary Taylor and have her start interviewing on some shows.
I agree. I think it's time. I think it's time.
And we'll give you some Tic Tacs.
We'll see. Oh.
And Tums.
Have a great day, everyone. We hope you relaxed and de-stressed. And we will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. brunch.
Don't be late. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and